Hello guys, it's no longer a new news that Nigeria government want to go to Egypt to go and learn power generation. Something that they criticized P2B from doing 2022, if I can remember. So I came across an old video from Arise News where Rufai, Sowore, even Aisha Yesufu was against P2B going to go and learn. And why was she against it? I think I will only exempt her because her own reason was different. Her own reason was because there was an election going on in Ekiti that period, and they have a candidate for the Labour Party that they said P2B should have gone there to support, but P2B went to Egypt. So I think that was her own reason. But others people were saying different things. Rufai, Sowore, just take a listen for yourselves. An old video, but I just brought it back because it's reflecting to the current news or headline. That Nigeria wants to go and learn power generation from Egypt. So, any of you about the video in the comment section. I'll be with you guys in a minute.
Presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, elicited reactions on social media on Tuesday after he announced that he was taking a trip to learn about various sectors of the Egyptian economy. The former Anambra State governor announced the trip via his official Twitter handle, stating that the 3-day visit to the North African country is to understudy its power, education, planning, and finance sectors. Let's take some reactions. This is from Michael, who wrote, "Dear Mr. Peter Obi, going to Egypt for a comparative analysis is a big no-no. The solutions to Nigeria's problems are simple. 1. Remodel the 1999 Constitution. 2. Change the revenue sharing formula. 3. Resource control. 4. Devolution to local government areas and states." Well, Aisha Yesufu wrote, "Every little opportunity you have to make an inroad, make an impact, and connect with people, you grab it. Let me repeat, Peter Obi should have been in Ekiti and not Egypt." Well, Shora wrote, "Had Peter Obi traveled to Egypt to learn how to fix education and power problems, this is exactly the problem with unprepared candidates. It is 9 months to election, and a 2-term governor and former vice presidential candidate wants to go learn something from Egypt in 3 days. Wow. Hashtag, we can't continue like this." Well, Shora also took a swipe at Peter Obi and the Labour Party in a video that made the rounds on social media on Monday, stating that the Labour Party has become an orphanage for homeless politicians, and that the reason Peter Obi left the People's Democratic Party was because they outplayed him with transactional politicking. He also accused Peter Obi of lying to the electorate ahead of the 2023 election. Let's take a listen before we come back for a discussion.
The Labour Party had become an orphanage for politicians that are homeless. It didn't take long before our man ran there when he became homeless. The reason Obi left PDP was because they outplayed him with transactional politicking. You said you were governor of Anambra State. When you were governor, did you build any schools, universities that your children could attend? If the question is no, why are you lying? Did you build any hospitals in that state that you can go for treatment if you fall sick? If it is no, why are you lying? Did you do any quality roads? If it's no, why are you lying?
Oh, well, Rufai, what do we say? This is politics. But Peter Obi did very well in Anambra State, and everybody knows that. There are hospitals, there are good roads that Peter Obi initiated. I don't know what your thoughts are.
This is stumping, and you see, my very good friend Shora should get his facts right.
Yes.
If you want to check, the impact on education, check WAEC results. There are empirical facts that WAEC results increased in Anambra State under Peter Obi. It was from an abysmal rate and it went up. I once did a project with Microsoft where the Anambra State Commissioner for Education, she finally became a very good friend, always will come to partner with, to partner with Microsoft on kits for the schools, and we see the surge, and she tells the story effectively as regards the educational sector. Concerning healthcare, I don't know anything about hospitals, but the education sector I know, I'll say. All of these people, all of them go for medicals abroad. And that's another part. And we've all heard them say they're going to end people going for medicals abroad. How much hospitals have they built? How much hospital will they build? Qualitative hospitals that will help the people? It behoves on them. But as regards education, I can say, the second part of going to Egypt or not going to Egypt, I think the problems are crystal clear here. I think we can tackle the problems here. We know Nigeria's problem. You don't need to travel far to be able to, look for solutions. We can develop homemade solutions. What I expect the presidential candidates to be doing is to be looking for Nigerian experts that can develop homemade solutions to Nigerian problems. Because you see, the approach that solved the power problem in Egypt might not solve the power problem in Nigeria. All right? What is the Nigerian solution? That should be our focus here. And tell you what, we can actually develop our homegrown solutions using antecedents from other parts, but copying what works here. We all know the problem of the power sector here. The greed, the stock, what phase is it gas or other things, shortage of gas and things like that, vandalization and things like that. And the problems as regards transmission, unbundling, transmission companies of Nigeria, and the problems, with the discos and gencos. We can make homegrown solutions as regards those problems, even the economy and education. So what we should ask our people to do is to bring Nigerian thinkers and technocrats in the room to create homegrown solutions that can work for Nigeria, and in turn this can fit into the manifesto we can get to look at and have a model in place where we can hold you accountable by what you say you'll do in the manifesto. And when you go against it, let us put up strong institutions in place that will make us start movement for impeaching you when you go against the things you say you will tell us. Because you see, your manifesto is actually a social contract, just like the words of John Jacques Rousseau will always say. There's a social contract between the politicians and the people.
All right, Dr. Bati, would you like to respond to Aisha Yesufu's tweet saying that whether Peter Obi should have been in Ekiti rather than going to...
Well, I already commented on this subject in extenso earlier on, but as for Aisha Yesufu, yes, she's right. She was saying that Mr. Peter Obi should have been in Ekiti because the election in Ekiti is on Saturday.
Yes.
And you found yesterday 14 APC governors, plus the chairman of the APC, plus Ashwa Yubola Ahmed Tinubu, the standard bearer of the APC, going there to support Biodun Oyebanji, the man popularly known as BAO of the APC, gubernatorial candidate in Ekiti State. So I think that's where Aisha Yesufu is coming from, that there is a critical election in Ekiti in which, according to INEC, there are 16 candidates. One of those parties that has, a candidate on the ballot is the Labour Party, and that perhaps Mr. Peter Obi should have mobilized support, since he will also need votes from Ekiti State and other parts where elections may happen. Secondly, the Ekiti election on Saturday is going to be a litmus test for INEC. INEC having declared before now that it would deploy, to start testing the new processes, electronic transmission of results, electronic confirmation of the voters' list, beginning from Ekiti. Shouldn't the candidates be interested in that also? And then the third point that has been made, however, is that some people say, Labour Party may not be so strong in Ekiti State.
Right,
that is not true.
Yeah.
Yes, because, INEC even went from, or maybe some analysts went from 16 candidates. They say, there was a debate that only 6 persons took part in it, but that is likely to be a 3-horse race. The APC, which has a former secretary to the state government, the PDP, which has a former commissioner who is said to be supported by former Governor Fayose, the APC governor candidate by incumbent Governor Fayemi, and third, Sheguni, former governor, on the SDP. But who says, that only those 3 would be in the race? What of the other candidates? The Labour Party is also relatively strong in Ekiti State. So that's where Aisha Yesufu is coming from. And another person who made the same claim is DG Adeyanju. But after my initial comments, I've seen some people reacting via social media saying, what is my problem? After all, Peter Obi is using his money to go and see the Pharaoh. And we should not have a headache. Since he's using his own money, he's free to go wherever he likes. So there are many perspectives.
But ever since this government said that they want to go and study Egypt, nobody have commented on it too. Why is Peter Obi different? Anything P2B do, okay, P2B say something about the democracy of Nigeria. It's not only him that said it to Obasanjo, Kuldoku, many of them that came out to say it, but they only carry P2B on the head. Like everything that P2B does, they carry it in the head. Anything at all, they carry it in the head. What have P2B done? Just becoming an opposition in Nigeria is not a crime. Like everything, P2B will do something that others are doing, but they will carry it on in the head. Because now P2B foresaw what would have helped Nigeria last 3 years, and the government is still fighting that now. Even those that criticize P2B, none of them are saying anything about this current government going there. So I have not commented. I've not seen also already comment on this issue. I've not seen anybody comment on this issue. But P2B did it. They all carried it in their head. That P2B is, P2B is, that P2B is, P2B is, that P2B is bigger than them. That's just simple as that. They will keep on copying him. They also copy and that's in the P2B plan to do for Nigeria. They also copy it and do it. Just any of it about that video, just watch. Like I said, an old video. I want just fresh to you guys to see that P2B is bigger than them. Just any of you comment section. I wish you guys see my next video. See you soon, guys.